Alright, Justin built a new trail rig and we took it trail riding, and probably include a scene right here. Little point down there you can't see. Broken axle.
Broke the other one as well. Yeah, he sucks.
If y'all ain't a believer in RCVs by now. But he broke one axle and then he broke another axle. Well, we knew he was going to RCVs, we was kind of just making a point. But if you look back here, somewhere behind all this nonsense, got a set of RCVs. So that's what we was thinking. I even just looked it up on my phone, and there may be a video, but I don't know. I didn't see an exact how to install RCVs into a Dana 30. So that's what we're going to do. Maybe a little overkill, but I'm going to show you every step so you don't miss anything. And this will be like the 97th set that we've installed, so should have it covered. Let's go get a Jeep. What are you getting?
Well, I don't have high hopes of my brand new Walmart battery.
So you're getting a Harbor Freight jump start?
Exactly. I bet you about $20 it's probably not going to start, even though I take the cords off of them.
It's easier for me to look around and tell you which Jeep does not have a dead battery. Everything out here has dead batteries. Too many vehicles.
I'm blaming Dex for my dead battery. He left my key on one day. It's a brand new
One
battery.
time.
Yeah, one time. That's all it takes.
No. What was I doing?
Well, you was making a YouTube video, installing something.
I installed him a free air compressor. And why was I? I was trying to get something running. There was a reason I did something good and he's complaining. What was I fixing?
Yeah, I think he was... Whatever it was that it wasn't running, right?
No, I didn't do the injector.
No, I did the injectors. You sure it just wasn't the air compressor?
It's TPS. I don't know. So he's got these new cheater tires. They're retreads, and so far they're pretty dang amazing. But
I got these quick connects here. Zoom in. Quick connects.
I don't think it's really quick.
Well, it's quicker than, I don't know.
Dead battery.
It's not really that quick, but it works.
This is the Jeep. We was going to put 2 racing seats. We realized that usually nobody's stupid enough to ride with us. So we spray painted a seat, and I mean...
To be completely honest, a seat like that versus a seat like this, riding it all day long, that's probably more comfortable than this. Yeah. Especially getting in and out.
Racing's a different story because they're a hugger seat, but if you have just a trail rig, don't buy a racing seat. It's so useless. Go for it.
What's it going to be?
It's good. Now the
fan. They go out again?
Oh yeah, good Walmart battery. He keeps changing his fan relay. So this Jeep, that Jeep, that Jeep, that Jeep.
It turns really good right now.
It's all on RCVs, and that one has 2 front broke axles. Oh yeah. I'll give my buddy credit. I'm not saying I didn't believe in RCVs, I just couldn't afford them, but you see this beater right there? That's a buddy of mine. He may or may not see this video, but that was a bone stock Cherokee, like nice. He had a good job at the time. I was still a kid, and he got tired of breaking axles, and he bought a set of RCVs. The time is like $1,150. I thought that was the stupidest thing ever, and he never broke axles. I actually left the Jeep here, and they got into side-by-sides. So I kind of just borrowed them and said, if you need them, I'll put them back in there. Well, they're in my green Jeep right now, but I think we've broke like 2 in the history of everything. Pretty good stuff. I'm not sponsored by them. That's what I was saying. I'm not sponsored by them, but if you think about our whole trail ride, if we wasn't on RCVs, I don't really know how we would have any content that people would watch. He aired down, look at him.
Fixed itself.
The lift is not a necessity, it's just easier for the video. So it is about 6:22. I honestly figure this is about a good solid hour job, but filming and telling and teaching and all that stuff will add to it. I think Justin's doing crossover steering too. So just saying, 6:22. He's gonna get the tires off. I'm going to get the box and open it, and then I'm gonna try to gather all the tools. Other than a grinder, I think it's about all the complicated tools you need, to be honest.
I've only done one before, so.
Yeah, I forgot. He's only put one set in.
And I've never broke them, so I've never had a reason to
Quit bragging. I think I was telling a story earlier how I honestly used to think it was incredibly stupid to pay this much for axles, but you look at us now, how many we got. But you just see people that swap to tons and 40s and just, it's just a different style. Like Jeep now weighs, 4, 5, 6,000 pounds. It just takes a whole different ballgame. If you're going to order these, I would recommend ordering them from RCV, the company. That way, if you do have to warranty them, you just call them up. They got you on file. It's a lot easier. Don't throw this away. It's $100 and something for a tube of grease.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think there's not a site that's any cheaper than RCV, is it?
I think they're all the same price.
So there's no real sense in ordering it from anywhere else anyways.
Yeah, they might be cheaper. At one time, we could get them cheaper off of Quadratech, but for what you pay, like I said, if you're going to spend that much, just go ahead and stickers. These things do break, but the only ones that I've broke, I would use the word I expected it. Like, I've never been trail riding. Like, when we had chrome ollies, I swear, I went to turn around on a trail. I put it in reverse, 5-speed, and I was feathering the clutch, and it just broke. So, chrome ollie is weird. It's just funky, but never have I ever broke one of these and been like, that shouldn't have broke. But as far as warranty, I send them a picture. They don't ask no questions. They send me new ones. Pretty good. As soon as I get this open, I'll gather tools. But used to, you had to take the factory bolts, and you can see how skinny these are. Used to, the other ones are like that wide. You'd have to grind them all down, but they started sending these with them. So step by step, I ain't got tools out yet, but pretty sure common sense, everybody get the brakes out. And if Justin will hold the camera, some people are gonna bash on this, but I've been doing it for years. It works wonderful. Take this, take it right there, shove it off in there, and then keep shoving this rubber thing in there. If you ever get it to hook, they'll stay. So these bolts, usually they're 13, 12, 11, 10, depends on where you bought it from. Don't get them tight. They don't get very tight at all because they'll strip the cast. Let me see your tool. Loosen these and then hit right there. Wear safety glasses.
Wear your safety glasses.
This is just so much easier. You don't have to do this, but when you sit here, it's just so much easier. You can get to that bolt. Now you can get to this bolt. It's just well worth doing, but we are changing the steering on this one. But
what Dex don't say is, like, these little pins, these little pins right here, we usually don't run them anyways because they tend to come on and off a lot on these Jeeps.
If you're on road, you can run them, but that's what I always say. If you notice car manufacturers went away from them, use contact lenses. Okay, that's basically it.
That's basically it. Now get the axles out.
Yeah, we gotta get them out. So just a few more tools, and I realized whatever takes your wheel off, I feel like that's common sense, but that actually takes the tie rods off too. Brake caliper, that should be pretty easy. Flathead probably help out. And then the bearing bolts, they're supposed to be a 13mm 12 point. So I'm gonna say everybody's probably got a wrench. That's what I started with for years. You just put a wrench on there, hit it with a hammer. But I've got an impact socket, and then if you're in the rust belt, probably get a half inch 12 point because they seem to fit the rusty ones just a little better. I've got a 3/8 wiggle just to get the bolt out of there quicker. And then you do gotta take the knuckle off, and don't over complicate that. We'll show you, it's pretty simple. 1 1/8 on the bottom, and usually 7/8 or 15/16 on the top one. And that's pretty much it. Let's Get to work. And a grinder of your preference.
Are you just filming me working?
Yeah, that's what people like to see.
Oh.
So now you can take the tie rod off. He can
See, I literally have got just a
nothing.
that one.
Knuckle braces get in the way. Those are optional. And then
And that one. That's a heck of a lot easier than
yeah.
a wrench and a hammer. That's how we used to do it.
That's why I said you can just leave it all one piece, and you can use a wrench, and you can ratchet wrench, or you can do that. And look how long it took. Cause most those just got put in. Well, no. Did you just put them together?
These?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I put these CVs.
Yeah, he did. But
I didn't
usually those bolts are stuck in there, rusted in there, and they're pretty pain. One more optional tool is that'd be what I usually use to break them loose if they're in there good. Hammer?
And a big hammer. These shouldn't be.
Yeah.
There's a proper way to do this.
Just alternate.
Yeah.
You should have a dust shield. I throw them away. Again, auto manufacturers went away from them for some reason, but you just have to realign your front end if you do. That's broke.
Spins right there.
Sit it down and pull it out.
Oh.
Hit yourself in the chest.
Try not to. Still got that on there.
Yeah, it's broke. It's got a clip. So it must have busted the cage.
That's what it sounded like.
Alright. So you are going to have to grind. I prefer this like a cutoff wheel. It doesn't have to be that big. It can be, let's see, just a regular cutoff wheel. That helps speed the process up. Technically, all you have to have is just a stone. That one's kind of wore out. But when I get it off, you'll see what we do and just helps speed up the process.
I have a question. Is that factory?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What's broke?
Probably would have been easier to, yeah, I forgot to say that. Justin thought he screwed up by not taking this, we need the hubs. But if you take the nut off and then try to hit right here, it'll actually separate the bearing. So leave this. What I used to do is take it loose, get it all off the nut, and then put it back on, knock this out, and that way when you get on the ground, you know you can get that off pretty easy.
Need a big magnet.
So, he actually broke his.
I broke it clean.
Oh, so it's laying in there.
Need some way to grab it.
It's broke. We gotta get that out of there. And then next step, get knuckles. What time is it? 20 minutes into the job. Not even 19 minutes. So on the right here, they're gonna have cotter keys, cotter pins. Those are supposed to be a soft metal. So like this side, you can't even feel it. That side, we gotta hammer that down because they're usually rusted in there, but you can just cut them off. On an off-road rig only. I assume if you're doing RCVs, you're probably a play toy. He's just taking a shortcut. This is obviously a play toy, it's what we do, but if you're a more serious on-roader, do a little better job of everything. Time for big gun.
Time for big gun.
If that ever spins, you can actually tighten it and it'll hold itself, and then you can loosen it.
Try again.
Headphone warning. Now Justin's gonna get ahead of himself. Put this nut about 3 threads back on, and I'll show you why in a second. Still got a cotter key in this one.
Justin needs another hand.
I don't know if you're on that one.
Well, I was. It fell off. Yeah, alright, that big gun. Then, I don't think when I bought this Jeep, this was set out in a field for a long time, and this whole Jeep was.
Rust is a weird thing.
It really is.
You think we got it bad?
Yeah, we're about to break that one loose.
Breaker bar. This one's tight. Wow. You're right. There you go.
Questioning myself there. That one needs a little
We forgot the stuff.
PV on it.
We all have our own personal beliefs in deep creep or PB or WD. This is just what we use.
Anything's better than nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get a little bit on that one.
It's gonna make your socket smell funny.
It's okay. Try not to sling it all in my face.
Take that one completely off. Now get a bigger hammer the better on this part. Safety glasses probably be good, but the ball joint is what actually holds the knuckle from falling off. This one is literally just a, I guess you call it a pin. So what I do is hit it right here and get that one kind of unseized, maybe even in there. And then you hit it right across there and watch it fall down.
Hit or tap?
Pretty good hit. Hit right here where it's solid. Hit right there sideways.
Safety glasses.
So that sounded free right there. Now I hit right there if you can. Back it up and hit it like you just did. If you can just make a dead thud, it'll come off there.
You need to put some safety glasses on. It's hitting me in the face, is why I can't hit it hard. Or scared to.
You ever can't tell which one broke loose? When you go to spin it, usually that nut will sit still.
Good thing I loosened it up.
There you go. You can't hit down, you're just like trying to destroy the ball joint. Now, how do these not break? I mean, they're not.
There's not a lot there.
So Justin's got to get his axle out there.
Maybe I can get it now.
Okay, next step. So I am going to make Justin do this, but this tool right here, and I'm sure when you got it, you're wondering what, I guess you could read the instructions. No, it didn't come with instructions. I guess they're online like everything else. But this tool right here, he finally got it. Got a knuckle in the vise, and this is the part. Experience helps just a little bit here, but center it up on the bolt holes, and literally you just need this piece to drop in and be flush with that bearing surface. So you'll have to, what I do is take the sharp grinder and as hard as you can just cut straight down and then come in this way and cut right across there and then pick that off there and then clean it up obviously. But I'm trying to remember, I think in here you just have to grind a lot, but it's not that bad. Probably takes, I don't know, probably not even 10 minutes honestly. So I'm gonna get Justin's hubs off. I don't think no explaining there, just an inch and, oh, forgot one tool. 1 3/8 or, no. 1 3/8 or 36 millimeters for the axle nut. He's grinding away over there. Not the proper tool. Oh, it fell over on you. There you go.
Always use the right tool for the job.
So you see how he just cut straight down, cut across, and you can obviously clean that up when you get ready, but going to do the same thing, and I think right here you just have to keep feathering it in until that piece fits.
Do it again.
Alright, so Justin's got
So I've got fitment, just not enough depth.
Yep. So get a rock, whatever your preference is, and like, gotta get in that low. That's the. But how long have you been here?
45 seconds.
Yeah, it's not that bad. So straighten these puppies out with needle nose, whatever your preference is, and you can put something in here and then use it as a hammer, or I usually take hook in right there and just keep working it over. If you get far enough, you can actually use the hub to pull it out there. That, and this gun is probably not going to do this. Well, it did. Sometimes them fall out, sometimes them stuck in there. Just whatever you get. So there's that. scrap metal. So what you look like? Pull it up. Yeah, I take my grinder. Justin laid his flat. I take mine and just keep doing like that right there. Like,
Pretty close.
flush, flush, flush. That'd do the job.
That's what on my red Jeep. I'm pretty sure if I remember right, I overdid this. Like where these bolt holes are and all this, I cut halfway through there and.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was gonna say that's another pro tip too on this. If you're doing this, don't throw away your little stones because it come in handy for
Fit in
there.
small spots. Yeah, I think actually a 3.5 inch stone will dadgum near just like drop off in there. Hey, I got no.
That's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, I'm a complete lie. But if you got a big rock, you just had to come in here like that. So a small rock actually helps in this situation.
It come in there.
I think I had a wore out one time that was literally this size, and I just dropped it in and just let it do its work and cheat code and.
A wore out one.
Well, a smaller one.
I'm making fun of your accent.
Washer. It is going on 7:09, so started at 6:22. 50 minutes. We're not rushing through this by no means, but almost there. Man, FedEx package for Justin Browder. Yeah. All right, hold on. It's a heavy one, but here you go. Have a good day. Appreciate it. What'd you get the garbage can for? It was supposed to knock it over, and it took it.
All right, now that we got our little piece to fit in our knuckles here, all we gotta do is reinstall them. I'll get Dex to hold the camera here in a second. He went over to my shop.
What happens?
It spins. Now what do?
You push up on the knuckle. Alright, this is actually learning something. I was jokingly going to film this.
That's why I was telling you to film me. Ready?
Yep.
Should be tight enough.
Anytime you can't get one of them to spin the nut, you need to apply pressure. Maybe even put a floor jack underneath on that, or just apply pressure out, or something. He needs ball joints, but I told him no.
I really need ball joints.
FedEx sent him some crossover steering. We gotta get that put on there. Let's see. 7:30, he's done grinding. I don't think Justin needs me. He's gonna show you how to install. You actually have to put the boot in, slide the axle in, and then apply the boot later. And that's the part I may have to do it since I'm a hack job. I'll show you.
So like he said, I don't know if the camera can see me. This goes in first. Slide it in like you do anything else. Nice little twist. And then we'll get to that here in a second when I get the carrier put on. I don't know if Dex has the right tool for the job.
It makes it easier. Be very careful though, it'll break your wrist.
That's a transmission jack.
Do it all the work.
Easy.
I'm scared. Turn the camera off.
Easy. I was like, we need this on camera.
I'm on my wife's insurance. Don't need to get fired.
I think this is the point where you stop using the jack.
This is the drill bit that I drilled concrete with.
Have you sharpened it before?
Oh yeah.
Man, it's making chips.
Somehow.
Oh, I see the top of it.
When it breaks through, it's gonna break me. Those chips are really hot.
Oh, it wasn't bad at all. Good Jeep.
2 more to go.
All right, we're gonna bolt the. What'd you call this thing? What's the proper name for it?
The hub bearing.
The hub bearing.
When he gets that done, I got hack job to explain. We could drill these knuckles while we have them off.
Drilled the knuckle. Oh yeah, that would have made more sense. So I'm gonna take my imaginary torque wrench I've already pulled it up, tied on here.
I got an even quicker way.
An impact?
Well, you ain't got the boot on yet, dude.
Not yet.
Here.
What's that?
That's what that was for.
I've already pulled them up.
All of them?
Yeah, I was just tightening them up.
Oh.
My imaginary torque wrench. Click, click. On that side of the road, I use a torque wrench on everything. Over on this side of the road, I don't even. Do you use?
I torque heads, that's it. So this, I'll just show you. Hold on. So the internet's going to tell you to use a zip tie trick. It's going to say that it's going to create air pressure. Literally, all you do is just stick the zip tie in there, and that'll be the release of air. But over the years, I figured out you just stick it up there and just act like you own it. So far, no.
The good thing is I don't own these axles yet. Nick's paid for them.
Dix's credit card owns them.
Just should I have greased them? I think that'd make it worse, wouldn't it?
No, something slick will help. These are like brand new dry. Kind of them. You'll be wondering if you went far enough. You'll know when you went far enough. Unless you're worried about these looking good, don't do this. It's almost there. I believe that's it. Just not to zoom the camera in, but no, that ain't it.
I was say I didn't.
They are very dry.
Yeah.
Try it.
Oh.
Is this splined into the?
I ain't got a nut on yet.
That don't matter.
There it went.
Yeah.
I heard it. I never noticed those are tapered in there. So
Yes,
they want to sit where they are anyways.
Well, RCVs literally get smaller to be stronger. So weird. But this is another hack job part. You're supposed to torque these bolts, mark them like with a literally marker, take them back out, and then grind a flat spot off the side. I mean, if you're really, really worried about it, you can, but it's just going to put a little scratch on there. Worst case, you buy a new boot. They're only like $275, maybe $65. They're like 60 bucks. We'll try lubing it next time today.
Yeah, we'll try lubing it. All right, I'm just gonna put the nut on and.
Oh, that's another hack job.
Oh God, here we go.
If you're diehard on road only, you put this on there and it's got a spot like a little cut and you crimp it. If you're diehard only on off-road or on-road, do it. Literally, pretty much every time we trail ride, I know it's wrong. It's just something we've been doing for 20-something years. Run it down there with that mid-grade impact, about 250. And when you get back from a good trail ride, you'll have just a tick-tick of slack. You hit that nut up, you're good to go. So, just something we do. You might put a little Loctite on there. Just, yeah, put some blue. But I've made a short about that before. The tire will come back and it'll just have a little pinch of slack in the bearing. Something just give. And Justin's not as hard as me on stuff, but the bottom nut on the ball joint, I have to tighten it every single ride, unless I weld it.
Justin's not as hard on stuff. Is low strength good enough? It's better than what I had.
Yeah. I'll get this job.
You take all the good jobs. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. Oh God.
Oh gosh.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. It literally just punched me in the chin.
The drill?
Mm-hmm.
You want that on camera? It was on camera.
The noise was, I hit reverse to pull, well, I guess I can say pull out, and I was in here hugging on it so it didn't torque that way, but come back and hit me in the side of the jaw.
I thought he found a sharp part on my Jeep. I was kind of worried. He's real good at that.
I want to turn this off before we get in trouble. Justin made fun of me for bragging, saying when you know these will be on, you know, and then I didn't know. He put PB Blaster on the other one and he goes, just popped on. So definitely lube him up. Highly unlikely case you're doing crossover to steering at the same time we are. Pretty sure this is right here, but I usually put about a 1/4 inch showing, and then, I don't know, you don't have to worry about tightening these. Well, everybody gets so confused about this. Here, I've never done it before. What are you trying to do? Everybody's worried about how to keep these from sagging. You literally just raise them up, tighten the jam nut, and then so, might show that better here in a second. I don't have no tools, but what I'll say, bolt these two together and get everything tight, and then when you get it on the ground, that way you can change this one up here for your steering, and you can change that one over there for your toe, rather than having to mess with these that are together in one sequence. So 1/4 inch should be close enough. We can get the other one spot on. I think that's literally it besides putting the brakes on.
I was literally about to say the same thing.
I mean, look
I think y'all can figure out this part. I'm putting the brakes back on.
Yeah, if you can't change brakes, you're probably not worried about swapping axles. It is 7:51, so right on dead on an hour and a half.
Y'all want to watch me put a brake rotor on?
No, they don't. So I got this fancy tool now. See if I can loosen this. This is China kit, so they're literally all right-hand threads, because normally if you buy American stuff, you can just twist it. But now we're going to raise it up. We're going to try to put that heim down. And this is Justin, so I literally don't care, but I'm just trying to show y'all. This one's not doing right. Should be able to pull that heim down, tighten this nut. We'll just try it. It's working. Where'd you get this from?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, you did throw it in here like FedEx did.
So there. Now that's up and out of the way. This is the important one. We need it way up there. We'd rather be scratching a diff cover than rubbing a rock. I guess I can just go ahead and do it.
You don't rub on rocks too much.
Them, if you drive on the road, be sure and get them tight, because if they don't, they'll sit there and wiggle and you'll crash. Seen it happen. So I do admit I did end up with a few extra tools that I didn't say anything, but that was for the steering, that was for the steering, that was for the steering. So, well, that wasn't, but I mean, just basic hand tools, nothing special other than a grinder. And apply stickers.
This thing ain't even wore the tits off the tires yet.
Just look at it. It's got stickers. Oh yeah. So it's actually a pretty hard decision. We was talking about the Jeep, and this one's new. We know it's new. It's like, what doesn't get beat up on these Jeeps? I mean, this one's new. If you went and looked at another one, I think we decided right here is going to be the best. Put the sticker on.
What are you using?
Brake cleaner.
Is that no hard to paint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the sticker stick good. We're done with the steering box, ain't you?
Uh-huh.
This Jeep probably actually looked good. Well, that's weird to think that all these trail rigs at one point was brand new vehicles. So some sad soul paid 20-something thousand.
You say sad soul. Somebody enjoyed this thing.
I would hate to know I paid for this interior.
Well, this is back in the early 90s.
This is all one clear sticker? Or is it like a...
No, it's just all one clear.
Oh, it's like a cricket cry cut sticker.
Oh. Sure. Be sure and get it good and crooked. Wait, you sure? You sure it's like that? Oh. Yeah, rub on it.
Looks good. As far as that, I mean, we got kind of stuck on the steering. It is 8:30, which puts it at right at 2 hours. I told Justin I looked up book labor. Like if you went to a shop and paid them to swap your CV axles to normal ones, book hour would have been 3 hours on the dot. So we're still an hour behind. We put RCVs, put upgraded steering. Just trust us on these. Try them for the money instead of putting tons and 40s and coilovers and worrying about what the internet thinks that your trail rig is supposed to look like. Notice we always have a smile on our face, so for $1,250 you could too.
Next time out, I'm gonna actually drive this thing. The last time I was just babying around the whole time.
Y'all have a good day.